Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we've got a Houston Rocket recap video. Lost to the Heat, but they did come back. Almost scored 40 points in the fourth quarter. They might have actually gotten it, but real close game. They had another fourth quarter comeback, much like the Washington Wizards game a few days ago. Before we get into it, if you guys enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. I post Rockets content every single day along with NBA content. Rocket Nation, if we could find a way to get this video to 100 likes, that would be awesome. Like I said, the Rockets lost tonight, but it is preseason, and altogether they should really only be excited. This team is going to be extremely fun to watch this next season, and it's going to be cool to see the development and the progression. I think that no matter how this Rockets unit starts, the way they finish, it's going to be critical, and I think it's going to end on a very, very good note once all these guys kind of start meshing well and have had the whole season to play each other. There's going to be a ton of road bumps. I mean, you saw it tonight. It was pretty sloppy. It is preseason. They did have 22 turnovers, but there were some moments in the game where it was like, that's not a good decision right there. Player by player, Jalen Green, 20 points, first 20-point game in the NBA. KPJ, not really an efficient night for him, just 12 points on 3 of 10 shooting. But keep in mind, we're not looking at shooting percentages really here. Take it with a grain of salt. They're not that important. It's preseason, and these guys are really just kind of trying to get in the groove, get into playing shape, try to mesh with their teammates, and just trying to boost their confidence. So, along with the starters, you had Christian Wood, who more defensive issues tonight, man. I mean, I really think he's just starting a little bit slow. Hopefully he is fully healthy. I believe he's fully healthy, and I think he'll get in his groove. I think it will maybe take him till the regular season. Tonight he did play 25 minutes, 13 points, 8 rebounds, only 4 of 10 from the field. I like the aggressiveness. That was something I mentioned today in my preview video. I wanted to see Christian Wood be a little bit more aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, Theis Jr. with a tough 0-point game, man. This was really tough. The only other Rocket players to score 0 points tonight were DJ and Usman Garuba, and they only combined for 16 minutes. Theis Jr. played 21 tonight, shot 0 of 7 from the field, 0 of 3 from deep, but it wasn't just that. He only finished with 1 turnover, but some of the decisions he made, some of his defense, it's very lackluster, and this is something that honestly really surprised me tonight. I think this honestly, and I think a lot of Rocket fans are going to disagree with this, and I know they're going to be calling for a trade in the comments, but I think honestly this was just a really bad game by Theis Jr., and once the regular season starts and he's in his groove, I think he'll come back to his previous ways, get his trade value up, and I'm sure Houston will be on their way with him. Theis Jr., once again, very glad we got him. 10 points, only 1 rebound tonight, but defensively he does a lot more off the stat line. So here where things really got interesting, the bench unit, because this is the starters. We all know these guys are probably going to start in the regular season, and really quickly, interesting to note, Jae'Sean Tate did miss tonight's game, and so you have. I actually don't really know why Jae'Sean Tate missed tonight's game, for being quite honest with you. You did have Theis Jr. start, so that is a little bit interesting, but Eric Gordon was out. I just wanted to see. I thought it was going to be interesting who they decided to start tonight. But like I said, this bench is where things start to get special. Things start to get really promising. Obviously, the starting lineup is, but this is the future right here. This is going to be just extra. Honestly, this is just going to be extra filling, like icing on the cake right here. KJ Martin Jr., 10 points, 8 rebounds. I really like what I saw from him tonight. He was a lot more aggressive than the first game. KJ special. I hope he gets a good amount of run in this next season, and honestly, I think he will. David Nwaba, 8 points, 4 rebounds, good shooting, threw in a steal. He's a rock, man. They call him Uncle Dave. He is the Houston Rockets rock on this bench unit, right there with DJ Augustin. And defensively, this guy is for real, and offensively, he has been improving season after season. So I know I've mentioned it sucks that Sterling Brown, our best 3-point shooter, is off the team, but Dave Nwaba, it's a very, very good consolation. Alfred Sengun, 9.6 rebounds, 3 assists. 3 of 4 from the free throw line. That's fairly important. 1 steal, 1 block. I thought Elfrin had a really solid game. Maybe I'd like to see him take a little bit more shots, but when you're only 18 minutes, took 7, I think that's just fine. At times, I mean, honestly, throughout the whole game until the very, very end, I had no idea if the ESPN 2 announcers even knew Elfrin Sengun was in the game. I mean, there were sometimes he would just get a rebound or he'd get a layup and they'd pause and then go back to whatever they were talking about. So I don't know if anyone else caught on to that. I tweeted it, but no one liked it. So I maybe that was just a me thing. That's something I noticed. No one really was talking about Elfrin Sengun till the very, very end. Josh Christopher, 0-4 from deep, but I like his shot selection. He is so aggressive. He gets to the paint, draws contact, gets fouls, gets to the free throw line. 12.6 rebounds from him tonight. Did have 5 personal fouls in only 16 minutes. Did have 4 turnovers in those 16 minutes. So those are 2 things that, we got to get those a little bit lower. But Josh Christopher is a huge, high-energy player. And I hope, honestly, the way he's playing in preseason, he is extremely raw. I need to see this guy play in the first couple of weeks. I just absolutely need to. I hope he gets playing time, man. And honestly, he actually might. Who really knows what's going on with this Rockets roster? Because at that guard spot, we are so deep. I mean, the next 3 guys I'm about to talk about are all point guards. So hopefully Josh gets a run. If he keeps playing like this, it should really only be a matter of time. Finally, you got DJ Augustine. He didn't really do much tonight. Regular season, he's going to be a rock. Armani Brooks came in the game at the very end for 3 straight 3-pointers. And it was beautiful. And Armani Brooks is probably our best 3-point shooter. Doesn't have a guaranteed contract. It's pretty troublesome and worrying, but I don't really know what to think. My mind is telling me since they they waived Siaku, so I'm really just hoping. My gut's telling me that Armani's safe, so I really just try to not think about it, because how can he not be safe? I know some people think he's a little bit overrated. I don't know how that's possible. He only played 18 games last season. He made, I can't remember how many threes it was, but he broke Steph's record. So there you have it. Dante Exum, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 18 minutes, threw in a steal. He was a sleeper of the game, low-key sleeper of the game. There was a huge 3 that Armani Brooks ended up making because of a Dante Exum offensive tip rebound. I mean, this guy does it all. Energy, it's all there. So that's it for today, guys. It's getting late here. Hit the like button. Let me know your comments down below. That's it for today.